On the count of 3, can I hear everybody's first name? Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Alright. All the names that I've heard here in the front car, I have now memorized. And now that we know each other, folks, we're just about ready to hit the road. Yeah. What do you guys think? Should we hit the road? Fantastic. We'll do just that.
You don't need it right now.
On your screens. But today, he's my co-host, the one, the only, Mr. Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, hey there! You made it! Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Dimitri.
And the greatest driver.
Jessica.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Dimitri
owes me $5. I know you guys are...
We've been partnering right alongside Seth MacFarlane's production company, Fuzzy Door Productions, in order to bring the TED prequel series to life. But as I mentioned, while other companies are off the lot like Fuzzy Door, or on the lot like Illumination Studios, or coming up to your left-hand side, we have quite a few notable production companies like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, $7 Productions, Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw Productions. If you've ever heard of Platt Productions, maybe you're a fan of musicals, you know, La La Land, Dear Evan Hansen, both produced by Platt Productions, and they're working on Wicked Part 1 that'll be coming out in November of 2024. But we're about to head to where the real magic happens. Coming up, these are our metro sets. Nearly 4 acres of metropolitan settings that really can play any destination in the entire world. Whether just recently, they actually played downtown Los Angeles in American Ninja Warrior semifinals, they do that every single year, or whether it's New York and movies further back like Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, or musicals like Annie. But who better to introduce you to these big city streets than a native New Yorker, like my co-host, Mr. Jimmy Fallon.
I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live.
Say about 2.5-3 weeks ago, we had the production of Quantum Leap right here in the area. They dressed up the street next to us. The street over us is called our modern New York Street, but they dressed it up to be some sort of post-apocalyptic wasteland of a city for season 2 of Quantum Leap. Before that, we had American Ninja Warrior. They filmed their semifinals, as I might have mentioned. And something we don't often get to tell you about before a movie comes out is big productions here on the lot. And I now have the privilege of telling you about Ty West's horror trilogy X and Pearl. The third movie, Maxine, was filming right here on the backlot. A24 and Universal collaborating together right here on our metro sets. Though, interestingly enough, if you see what's going on your right-hand side, they're not setting up for any sort of filming. They're actually setting up for some sort of event today here on our modern New York Street. But as we head on out of the area, and we see a little bit more of the decoration going on, I want you to keep in mind that even though this area might look like a real city, even though we might call this area the concrete jungle, it is truly anything but. Not everything is as it seems here in the backlot. Not all is what meets the eye. The same thing goes for this big giant brick wall to your right-hand side. It might seem strange that
So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to start. It was great to be the ride. Now we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet. Just he's proud, he's fierce, and obviously he has a heart. The most important feature with Kong are his eyes. Kong's eyes are wonderfully expressive.
Đây một trò đùa đây mình bắt đầu là phải chờ là qua King Kong nữa nè, nó movie King Kong.
if you want a real blast from the past. Those are barely actually cars at all. They're mostly made out of metal frames that have been covered in a little bit of stone-looking rubber, as well as fiberglass. Our newest addition is the Fry's Electronics van from Jordan Field's Nope. We have a great selection from both Jurassic trilogies. And we also have the Crawdaddy from us, where Winston Duke fights a tank version of himself. Now this tank-like vehicle is from Transformers, and although it might look like a tank, it's actually called the Bradley Infantry Fighting Vehicle. We call it the Plank Tank here on the studio tour because it's mostly made out of wood. Along our journey through our picture cars, you might have started to notice a few modifications that have been made to our cars, either to aid in storytelling, like the Back to the Future Part 2 cars, or for ease of filmmaking. Something like the gyrosphere, missing all of its glass. That glass can be added in using CGI. Between all of these vehicles, there's quite a few empty cages, so just keep your eyes peeled.
Like a chain.
Okay, maybe my microphone wasn't the best idea. Folks, we're getting calm. Gonna try and reset the vibe. Just as long as we're not scared, we should be okay.
Oh my god, it's coming!
This should do it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Maybe your dance moves with the
Oh my god! Look, this one! Dinosaur, what's that? Dinosaurus? Are you sure?
Literally, we are the Lost World Jurassic Park. Because to give you a little context, this entire image on your screen, it might look like a cliffhanger of movie magic, but this is actually what we call a practical effect here in the industry. Out of the 3 simple but effective ingredients. And yes, it's made out of 100% real water, made out of H2O. That is the rain. That's the make of sprinklers surrounding us. It's not through my powers of mind control, believe me. Now, to add on to this effect, we also have a strobe light to give us a very light. All together, it creates a pretty realistic green screen. No post-production editing. Uh-oh. Folks, get ready to make some oohs and ahs. We'll let those flash floodwaters carry us all the way down to the oldest sets here on our lot. Welcome to 6 Points, the home of the Western. Now, over the years, many cowboys have moseyed on down these streets and earned their stars. You might know the names of you, like John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, Jimmy Stewart, or Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt as they appeared in Quentin Tarantino's ninth film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But as we're here, let me also take you back to the show, The Voice.
Right here in stage 31, one of the newest stages on the...
On your left-hand side, you might see some signs that say closed set, hot set, meaning that, well, our director could return at any minute, and if he does, we might have to get out of here at a moment's notice. So again, secure any personal belongings. Because if that director calls action, well, we have to.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
可能要考虑我
The nice thing is we are totally
那
safe
冇有还是
inside
少可
our
能。
large metal tram. It's kind of like a shark cage. Unlike our diver George. Everybody say hi, George. Okay.
พัฒนาระวังมองแล้วมันชอบนะ
Everybody just go ahead and say hi, George. He might be missed. Honestly, I don't know what to feel about it yet. But you know what? George's sacrifice has not been made in vain. In fact, it allows us to hide behind these totally safe and non-flammable barrels of gasoline. As long as no one's standing up, we should be totally safe. I never gaslight you about your safety, folks. Unlike his counterpart on the movie Jaws, because if you don't know this, the actual shark on Jaws barely even worked. And don't just take it from me, take it from director Steven Spielberg.
Didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio voice. They were always
那
saying,
要靠 island เลยแล้วก็มูอีกนะ
We just waited around. We just waited and waited and waited. The shark.
To your right-hand side, you might recognize the Chicken Ranch from Dolly Parton's The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses, and who could forget LMFAO's music video, Sorry, for Party Rock.